And welcome everyone to Mystics Outlook, especially those of you who joined us earlier for pregame. We got Raymond Lyons here joining us now for postgame. Cardell Dudley Jr. is back. I'm back as well as Wilson Turpin Jr. Ray, you're in the arena. We saw Washington honestly, to me, it was a little bit of a disappointing way that they came out to start this game. But we saw them rally in the fourth, and I guess the important thing is they got off the 2-game losing streak and got back into the winning side of things. But you were in the arena. Want to get your thoughts, followed by Cardell?
Yeah, man, that was my thoughts exactly. This was the most disjointed we've seen them in a minute. Yeah, man, it was just for a big portion of the game. It just kind of looked like they were going through the motions. But at least on the offensive end, defensively they pretty much held up except for that run the Sparks had to start the third. Um, that kind of put them on their heels. But as you said, they were able to rally in the fourth and regain control of the game. But it was just one of those games for them, man. This was the poorest they shot from three in a while. We had seen them start to pick it up in that regard. The ball movement wasn't crisp as it has been in recent games, and they didn't defend the 3-point line well for most of the night. But once they kind of settled in and locked in and decided to take control of the game, things kind of returned to normal for the most part. But yeah, man, it was an ugly win, but it's one in the win column. Cody off the bench, she was one of the constants with bringing energy. She had 9 rebounds, man. And then when she's just getting the ball off the glass and pushing pace, during those times when it looked like the Sparks were going to kind of jump out on the Mystics, she turned to a 1-1 fast break couple times, and the Sparks just didn't stop the ball. And she took that as a sign that she was just going straight to the basket. And yeah, man, it's just little plays like that people really don't take into account that kind of keep them level throughout the course of the game, because she don't make those few plays and then the Sparks come back and score, then those are double digit leads they're building. And the Mystics aren't able to break that momentum. So yeah, man, she was huge off the bench. Their big three, Kiki, Shakira, and Sonya, they did the heavy lifting as normal. Without it, who knows what this game looks like. Kiki started off the game, pretty hot. Just went to work on a low block and finished. But yeah, man, it's just one of those games where they just found a way to win. It's encouraging that their bad games when they just win by a little bit now. So that just kind of shows the growth. Early in the season, they come out like this, and I don't think they have the wherewithal to maintain their composure and turn things around in time. So yeah, man, just keep stacking building blocks on top of each other and continue to progress as they head down the final stretch of the season.
Cardell, you told everyone there pregame about Miss Burrell, and she went out there and showed everybody exactly why you mentioned her for all the reasons that you listed. But your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I just think that for about 2.5, 3/4, the Mystics played down to the competition. Coming off a back-to-back game against the Aces, the defending champs, you could tell they was on high alert trying to get those wins. But they came back home. They playing against a team that's, well, at the time, 5 games below 500, I believe. Now 6. And, they played down to the competition thinking it was going to be, a cakewalk. And that's something, I also mentioned at pregame, like, you can't look at it like that. They almost beat the Liberty the other night. Ray Burrell is coming to her own, one of the top snipers in the W, but she brings other things to the table as well, as far as scoring the ball and, being a versatile defender. She gave the Mystics all they can handle, especially that wing position. Let's call it what it is. She dominated the three, on your Ware and Laney Hamilton, dominated both of them. You know what I mean? Without her production, it's not close, but she's kind of the reason I think, you know, they moved Plum, you know what I mean? You know, for contract reasons and also to try to get some you know, future assets or whatnot. But I think they're trying to make a room for her because she's you know, she's proven that she's worthy of, you know, to be in that position. You know what I mean? She's been consistent since the trade. So then they found something with her. But yeah, I just think they played down to their competition. It was like y'all said, it was kind of sloppy for about 2.5, three quarters. And then in the fourth, they played Mystics basketball. They played the Mystics basketball we saw before they ran into the Aces. And you know, that fourth quarter was dominant. You know, they outscored them 25-12. And, you know, held on to 25% shooting from the field, 16% shooting from deep. Our rebound on them 8-6. You know what I mean? Had 7 assists to 1 assist. It was just dominance. And, you know, that's just something you can't ignore. Meanwhile, they shot 64% from the field, 66% from deep, and 83% from the line, which is very encouraging because they struggle at the line. And so for them to pull the game out, they shot well from the line. You know what I mean? Without having a lot of 3-point attempts. So you got to give them their props, man. They did their thing, and that's the reason why they won the game. You know, Sonya and Shakira, they I mean, with Kiki in foul trouble, it was kind of tough, but you know, Sonya and Shakira, you know, stepped up. Those are the constants. Those are 2 constants they can lean their head on to do what they need to do, man. And that's what you expect out of them. Like I said, you know, Sonya's an all-star. I fully expect Shakira to be on one of them all WNBA teams. If she's not, something needs to be investigated because it's a crime the way she's been playing for the majority of the season. And this started before All-Star break, so you can't say it's been just the second half of the season. It's you know, she started off strong the season, and she had a little low, but then she got right back to work, and she pretty much hasn't stopped. You know what I mean? So I think she's playing at that level, man. You know what I mean? But it's part of the growth and maturation process of a young team, man. You can't play to the record. We said it before All-Star break. Second half of the season is going to be a different brand of basketball from everybody, even the lottery teams, because the team like the Sparks, some of these ladies on the Sparks are playing for their careers. They plan to be in the league next year. So they coming out playing hard, even though they may not go to the playoffs. They not coming in there slacking or whatever, you know what I mean? So you coming in and think, oh, they 12-17, we good, man. We just kind of push the Aces, we good. And we at home, they can't beat us. And that's how they kind of played nonchalant for about 3 quarters. And then the 4th quarter, they had to turn it up because they was, oh, man, we lose to them. What does that say? Then people going to start questioning them again, like, all right, that 7-game win streak, a little suspect now in the light. You know what I mean? Teams done adjusted. So, you know, look, credit to them for figuring out how to win, man. You know what I mean? Especially being a young team, but they can't keep playing with their food. You know what I'm saying? You know, jump on, get them up out of there. Teams like this, get them up out of there, move on to the next one. You know what I mean? So, all in all, good win. And one thing they got to clean up real quick outside the usual stuff we talk about. I think one thing they exposed was the Aces. The Aces exposed that they're vulnerable to backdoor cuts, and that's something the Sparks were killing them with through the first 3 quarters. So they got to clean that up defensively ASAP before teams really key in on them and make things tough. Because that's another reason why, like Kiki, Shakira, at times they get in foul trouble, man. Because by the time they on their matchup, by the time they turn around, someone's going back door. Now they got to hurry up and go over there and try to protect the basket, man. So, you know, they got to clean that up, man. They got to look at the film and clean those things up so they can be a bit more sound defensively.
I'm with you guys in the piggyback off that with the backdoor cuts. The other thing was just, we've seen this throughout the year with teams, just the bigs got to do a little bit better when teams are spacing them all the way out. And the guards too. I thought it was just, I know they locked up in the 4th. Just folks going underneath screens when you're guarding people that you shouldn't be going underneath screens for. It's little minute things, but you can't live like that when the games matter even more. Like Cardell brought up how the Sparks play even after losing Plum during pregame. Like you said, for like the first 3 quarters, I think like the first 3 naked hit, I was just like, what the heck's going on? You know, Cardell shared Ray during pregame, hey, she's shooting 39 from 3. Why are we like, No. There's nowhere else you need to be. She's shooting 39 from 3. Brought up Ray Burrell. She shouldn't be getting clean open looks from back there. That just shouldn't be happening. Neither should Ariel Atkins. I don't care what Atkins is shooting. Let's not find out what she shot for her career by letting her get open look. You know what I'm saying? It's just those little things, and I know they're young, but those little things do in fact matter. But I'm with you guys. A win's a win, and for a young team to be where they were for 2 or 3 quarters and then respond accordingly, I'm with you guys. Credit to them for responding accordingly. This was the first game of a homestand after those 2 big emotional games in Vegas. What have you? These next 2 games, the remaining 2 games are homestand. I would like to see better starts. Let this be an outlier. I don't think that's too much to ask at all. But I'll put this up here for you guys. Pretty chime at you.
Sonya, man. 21 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Some of our loyal followers who've been criticizing her ball handling and playmaking, she delivered, and they need every bit of it to pull it out. You know what I mean? So, you're starting to notice, man. Like she's become the de facto point guard. You giving them some time, but when they start struggling, come on, Sonya, ain't even gonna waste time. Like it's urgency. You notice the further we get closer to the playoffs, the more urgent things are, man. You know what I mean? You can't afford it. So you're fighting for your playoff lives and playoff position, but hell yeah, you're working on the triple-double on 57, 80, 100 shooting splits. What more it needs to be said?
Hey, man, no arguments for me. And, yeah, that was something I think we noticed really early. What we start with is cool, and then we just started seeing that crazy rotation of we have really big wings. You're going to see all of them throughout this game. And, we saw a lot of Cody, even Cass late, getting her legs underneath her. But again, going to that point where, as you said, we know what time of the year it is. That end of the floor is priority right now. So, going to see some of those folks out there. And that's a mean rotation to have where it's Onyenwere, Sony, obviously, Benijah, Laney Hamilton now, Cody, and Cass. But Ray, what you said earlier with Cody, I guess I'll touch on that a little bit later. But Xfactor for you guys.
I was Cody.
Since he went with Cody, I'm definitely going to shout out Cassandra because it's not showing up in the box score, like points and stuff, but defensively, when they pulled away in the fourth, she was a difference maker. She played 10 minutes in the fourth, plus 13. She only had 2 points, 2 assists, but her defense, 3 steals. Her defense, like she clamped down and she made Ray work. Nobody else could do it. She made work. Ray went one for 3. And that was it. Like they couldn't get any offense going. And I think the people forget that Cassandra's 6'3", man, but she moves well. It's just about her getting the game slowing down so her skill set can show. But yeah, she was a difference maker, and they needed it because they were struggling. They were struggling with those wings, especially Ray. I don't know what it was. Ray's a handful. People just haven't caught on yet. But yeah, man, it was tough for a stretch there, especially in that third when Ray got hot and Cassandra came in and full kind of shut the water off, man. So salute to that. And they needed it.
Yeah, this game looks different down there. You said she played 10 minutes in the fourth. Like that speaks volumes. When did they pull away? Cool. That's it. Like 1 + 1 is 2 sometimes. But yeah, I thought Cody was big. Ray, when you were I wanted to piggyback off you earlier. We were talking about her just pushing the pace at times. Cardell mentioned in pregame how teams probably watch how the Aces push the pace. Washington want to have success. We saw LA push this pace at times, and I thought Cody was a great response to that when, her ability, as you guys have mentioned all year long, one woman fast break. Any times that most of the night when LA put Washington on their heels running, Cody would run it right back down their throat. And then they'd be back on their heels. Obviously, all the decisions weren't perfect, but it was huge. And the 9 boards is crazy. Again, going to those bigger defensive lineups they can put out, like that's that stuff matters. I know they won a lot by a bit amount on the glass, but your guards coming in getting 9 boards, that's huge. You guys had nothing else? Go ahead, Cardo.
Just one last thing. So the fourth quarter started. Obviously, the misses were down 61-55. Cassandra and all those ladies, Cody, they were on the floor. Sparked the run. Let's see. I'm just trying to track it. Yeah, it got that run started with them defensively. They pulled away kind of late. The Mystics did as far as scoring the ball, but they couldn't get anything going. Like they missed a lot of shots, a lot of easy in shots, and they were stuck. They was on 61, so they had 61 to start the fourth. I mean, the first 4 minutes, they only scored 3 points, and that's when the Mystics finally got the lead, 65-64. And that's with Cassandra and all that. Then they didn't look back after that. So, it's the little things. Find a way to win. And like I said, man, the coach, he coaching his ass off, man. Like he making the right moves, pressing the right buttons. After that third quarter, how many coaches would have been like, you know what, Cassandra can get it done and shut down Ray Burrell, our rookie. You know what I mean? Like how many would have had the guts to even pull that off? That's tough, man. He's been doing extremely well, making adjustments throughout the season, but definitely since the All-Star break, man. Doing this playoff push for sure.
Yeah, and not only that, they went double rookie on the wings there in that run in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
First comment, Area 11. See, this version of Sonya is the terrifying version, especially if that 3-ball returns to normal.
For sure. She's All-Star for a reason, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki doing Kiki things, even with foul trouble, is good to see.
She got to figure that out, though.
Yeah.
And she also got chill with the little ball toss, and every time she run up that dog, you go get teed up at the wrong time. It's coming. They trying to let you live, man. I see what you're doing. I think she got chill, dog. She got chill. They're going to be looking for that.
Carlos Roberts agreeing with you all. Game change on defense when he put in Cass.
Mm-hmm.
Get Karen an ice bath immediately. We need her healthy for any possible run.
Yeah, man. Her and Kiki, dog. Like, God dang. Yeah, man. They got first dibs. Everybody else got to wait.
Hey, look, with no timer, too. When they done, they done. Like, when they done, they done. Like, nah.
And they, what was it, 60-30 points in the paint? Y'all wait till they done. Light the candles, man, dim the lights, on the bag, all that. Y'all just get up out of there. Get up out of there.
Hey, man, they deserve every bit of that. Do not let them be rushed. Yeah, I don't think I want to see another game without Cass playing, which I think makes it time to ask questions about this starting lineup.
Calm down. Calm down. Look, she had a great defensive night. Yes. She's starting to figure some things out because she played solid against the Aces. You starting to see her start to put the thing together, no doubt. She's the future. Onyenwere, yes, last few games, non-existent. She got to step it up. Lainey Hamilton, like I said, it takes time to get the chemistry right. She ain't had the best game. She got to figure things out, but yeah, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to calm down. Not yet. Because she still got to do a lot of other things. And, and it's no disrespect to her. It's just her role right now. It's easy to make an impact when the other team is not really looking for you to make an impact. You sneaking up on teams. It's totally different when you get on that scout report and they start game planning for you. She's not there yet. They game planning for everybody else right now. You know what I'm saying? The wings, Onyenwere, and all that. That's a tougher assignment. That's a tougher deal, man. So let her mature organically, the right way. So when she do get that opportunity, she's ready to go and be consistent. Instead of just throwing out there to fire because she had a couple good games and then she ain't quite ready. And down the coach, put it right back on the bench, and that can mess your confidence up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I thought I was there. So, nah, man, let it grow how it's supposed to grow, man.
Ray, I was gonna give you a chance to speak before I chimed in.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly with Cardell. She's playing well in the spot minutes that she's getting. Just kind of let it sit at that for the time being. And if naturally her role grows over time, then cool. But yeah, like you said, you can't just have a small sample size then expect that to multiply with just a larger role. It don't work that way. And that was a good point bringing up about the mental aspect. Say she does get thrown out there and it doesn't go as planned, then you got to adjust again. It's hard to bounce back, man. When when you think you're at a certain point, but then reality kind of hits and you got to readjust. So yeah, I mean, and they're successful right now, so it's not desperate to really shake up anything. So just kind of let it ride how it's going, and just see how things progress.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with both of you guys. I just think it's right now. Look at her. She's it's just a luxury that you have behind the depth. As a depth piece behind your established wings. Yeah, like Cody's got to the point where she's comfortable, where both ends of the floor are becoming more comfortable with her. Cass isn't there yet, and there's no reason to rush it. Like tonight, like Cardell, going to your point about Coach Johnson pushing buttons. Let that be a button that can be pushed in case of emergency break glass. Hey, go put out a fire. That's a luxury to have. That's great. But man, just the same way that Lauren's, they didn't mess with the starting lineup with Lauren. Like, she's had really good games. She's had rookie games. She's had solid games where she just contributes. Like, I don't think anything's wrong with that role this year for this team. I just think if as the year goes on, if Cass becomes another solid piece, that only helps everybody else. But yeah, I don't think we need to speed anything up at all. I thought it up. Well, I don't know. She looked good when she had a chance to start, at least on defense.
I think that how many games has she started? That was like early in the season. That don't even, I'm about to see real quick. Cassandra, yeah, she only had 2 starts. That was early in the season. That's when they were struggling. So no, I mean, nah, bro. I mean, what we doing, man? Like, again, let her just mature organically, man. Let her just grow. Again, let's. Is she? I mean, you're not gonna start in front of Sonya. You're not gonna start in front of Kiki. Where is the vet? Know how to play and stuff like that. She just had a couple rough games. As of late against the Aces and tonight. But coming into this game, she, Cassandra, she's the future. She's talented, but she's the future. Oh, she's averaging 2 and 1 on the season. She's only averaging 11 minutes a game, man. Like 18% from deep, 30% from the field, 40% from the free throw line. Like, she got work to do. And that's not knocking her. She's just young. Like, she's young, man. Like, y'all gotta let her continue to develop and stuff. And that's what we want to see when she get in the game slowly but surely. She's showing progress. And yes, defense is a great side of the ball to start. You know what I mean? Because that shows you alert. You doing what you need to do. You being effective. You being efficient. And with her size and her athleticism, she can be versatile as hell on that end. You know what I mean? But to start, you got to impact both sides. You know what I'm saying? You got to impact both sides, man. And again, it's different when you are on the scouting report and they're gunning for you. Is she ready for that? I don't think so, not yet. But there will be a time where she is. You know what I mean? But in the role she's in, it's good to see her get more comfortable in the role she's in so she can get in and do what she need to do and make an impact and help this team be more deeper and more strong as the playoffs approach.
It's just, to me, what she did tonight was an example of, as you said, Cardell, good progress by her. And just, again, it's an example of it's a really young team. We've heard this ad nauseum all year. If the depth if they're able to progress and your depth becomes more quality because they're getting more comfortable, That's just all positives for everything else around, but there's no need to move anything. Just like I like the fact that even after getting Lady Hamilton, nothing's changed. Like she's a part of the part of the team or whatever, but it's not like they moved anything out the way or changed what they had going on. Like there's no reason to right now. Like there's no reason to mess with anything. Just let people progress, contribute, and keep it moving.
Yep, and for the fans, hey, that's what they got 2K for. You can put them in all you want, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's real life. People jobs on the line. They're not ready. Obviously, if they were, they would be out there.
Yep.
Yeah, case in point, on the flip side, you see what Olivia's doing out there in Minnesota. They gladly handed her the keys because she's very ready for that. So it is what it is, man. But if y'all want to see them start, 2K is available. Have at it. Have fun.
But it's good to see Washington get back on the winning side of things after those 2 games in Vegas. And again, these games are heavier. They needed this win. We'll see what it looks like. Their next game is against Toronto on Wednesday, I believe. And then they wrap up their homestand a couple of days later on Friday. And then they're on the road for a little bit. So it behooves them to make the most of this homestand, get some games, stacked away before you get on the road. You guys had any other final comments?
So just to update with the standings. So Washington's still 7th. They're half game up on the wings for the final playoff spot. 20 and 14, obviously. Dallas 20 and 15. They're 2 games back of the New York Liberty, 22-14. We're a game back in the New York Liberty. So it shows you why these wins they can't afford to lose these games, man.
Yeah, big homestand before heading out on the road. This is a good start to it. They 1-0 on this homestand, and game 2 is Wednesday against Toronto. You guys have a great evening.